referred to clearly May 25 as African Liberation Day. Now, one of the core values of the African Liberation Day is to promote a common African identity, an identity to drive social and economic empowerment through cohesion and partnership across the African sphere. And today, just off the shores of the Atlantic Ocean, in this hall, two reputable organizations are putting pen to paper to reaffirm their commitment to the values of African growth, African empowerment, and African development of the peoples of Nigeria and Liberia. We're basking in the joy of empowerment of the peoples of Nigeria and Liberia. I'm proud and humbled to serve as a master of servant. My name is Logan Tuma. In the Holy Book, the Bible, in Ecclesiastes, it is stated that two pairs are better than one because they have a good reward when they work together. This verse amplifies the benefits of partnership as being done by two illustrious organizations in West Africa, and Liberia and Nigeria. It's in this light we'd like to ask for God's guidance as we have our silent prayer. Amen. Amen. Now, for our official welcome remarks, we'd like to call someone who is no stranger to empowerment, no stranger to education. He's an experienced educator, a youth development specialist, a product of the Belford University in the United States of America, where he served as a K-12 leadership fellow. Mr. Kusu will do for us our official welcome remarks.
I am welcoming you on behalf of the board of directors of Nyonblee Foundation. We want to welcome you, the guests from the foreign guests. Thank you for coming. Any government officials present here, we welcome you. We are grateful that you are here. All other well-wishers, you are welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. And now I have the honor to call someone who is a forerunner of the agricultural transformation agenda support program, the APTAS one in Nigeria, an agri-business specialist with a focus on rice and cassava value chains, a campaigner for security and food safety in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome for introduction of the partner, Mrs. Hector Akan.
Newomcii for Women and Community Intervention Initiative. The brainchild of our founder and chairman, who had a vision for this, and it came to be. And since we started on board, we have never derailed. Newomcii, the structure is such that we're represented in all the 36 states of the Federation and the 744 local governments of Nigeria and all the world. So we have a strong representation across the continent. And another thing is such that we have a membership drive and we intervene in different areas. As we speak, I'm pleased to inform that we have strong partnership with the number of institutions in Nigeria, and we're intervening in different categories. We're in partnership with Nigeria for Women Project or World Bank. We are in partnership with Nigerian Drug and Law Enforcement Agency called NDLEA. We're in partnership with UNESCO Arts and Culture. We're in partnership with the Foundation of the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, called Renewed Hope Initiative. And we're also in partnership with the Office of the Senior Social Assistant to the President on Community Intervention in the 6 regions of Nigeria. We're also, of course, in partnership with our Federal Ministry of Women Affairs, as well as the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty and Alleviation. We're also in partnership with Ilerioluwa Development Initiative in Osun State, Nigeria. So we partner with a number of institutions, and it is not out of place, and it is the will of God that we're partnering with Nyonblee Foundation. We're extremely grateful, man. Our core thematic areas for Newomcii are in 2 core areas of arts and culture, and we know what that means for women. We're also in the core thematic area of agriculture and agribusiness. And when we talk about agriculture and agribusiness, it is not far-fetched. We're intervening by supporting communities in their intervention for production, increasing their productivity, and bringing women together, and we had this intervention. We also intervene in the area of health. We have carried out a number of health programs across the country. And as we speak, we just had our official launching of the foundation in April, just last month in Abuja. And as we are here, we have a lot to learn. In fact, we have had 2 major takeaways from today. Just this morning, the mobile clinic is a learning curve for us, and we have a major takeaway. And the other thing is the mobile clinic. So these 2 are taking with us as we learn more from you. So I'm very grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We all can imagine that a lot is to begin from this partnership between Nyonblee Foundation and the New Dawn for Women and Community Initiative of Nigeria. In the media, it comes as no stranger, from DC 101 FM of those days to Bob FM to the United Methodist Radio. He is a respected solution journalist specialist, where it's a brand of journalism that seeks to advance solution rather than words of crisis. In the media, it takes a perfect box. In the development sector, he is a workaholic. That is why it comes as no surprise that he is a director at the Nyonblee Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now welcome George Silva Steele.
Thank you for over-introducing me. It's our pleasure, and we're excited to have the dignitaries in this hall, our distinguished founder, the guest of honor for the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chairman Raji, his wife, Deputy National Coordinator, senators, head of public corporations, political parties, civil society organizations. This is to Taylor, member of the press. We are honored as an organization that has few public events, but more community engagement, more community support, more life transformative activities. But we have the honor and opportunity to present this organization. We don't take that lightly. You have brochure, you have brief profile. So we thought not to go in by so many words. I like to acknowledge that my impact statement for Nyonblee Foundation be reduced into a 10-minute video. I know you've watched some, but that was a portion. So this time around, you're going to have a taste of what we've done. As the technician is pairing the screen, it's important to know that we have been here, Nyonblee Foundation have been here 15 years. So that was even before Her Honor or the Honorable Senator could be elected as Senator of Nyonblee County. Of her, and I consider Boss Lady as a core in twofold. One is politics, and one is the humanitarian approach, which is community service. She doesn't just support, she doesn't just give money, but she works it out herself. So mobile clinic is real mobile clinic. This is on ground. Surgical outreach is more productive, hitting 30 to 40 persons per day. In 3 to 4 days, multiplying that by 3 or 4, hitting 100 plus. Everybody is with vigor, moving with strength. Doctors are performing to the max. But is around and inspiring everybody. It makes me, as a non-profit worker, it makes me to think that service for humanity is leadership. And there are people God destined probably to serve no matter how hard they are in a space. Just the other day, in the 4th session of our surgical outreach, and I happened in Goblin number 3 district, adjacent line. We had gone with the purpose of doing the 3-day surgical outreach, over 100 persons screened. And because it's a medical program, there is no sympathy in there. When it comes to who is involved. When the doctor scream, they close their book and they start the work. So if you're not screened, they can't operate. And the surgery has started day 1, day 2, day 3. And the whole health facility overcrowded with new people. They all had come with a hope to get their problem solved. In that moment, said it was absolutely free, and they saw other people who had carried the burden being set free. They too wanted to be set free. That obviously led us, under the instruction of the founder, to stage round 2 of the surgical outreach, and that was done successfully. Our forever says for the video is here. Let me not hold it enough. Thank you.
The story of compassion, service, and transformation begins many years ago with a vision to touch lives. But in 2011, that vision was formally birthed into what is now known as the Nyonblee Foundation, a humanitarian institution committed to impacting lives through healthcare, community mobilizations, educations, and empowerment programs. From humble beginning to a growing force of hope, the foundation continues to prove that true cares has no boundaries. One of the foundation's flagship intervention is the mobile clinic program, launched in 2011 as a direct response to the growing healthcare challenges faced by ordinary Liberians. Today, that initiative has impacted more than 30,000 people in around 100 communities outreach visits across rural and urban communities in Grand Bassa County, Riverside, and Miami. For many families, healthcare remains a luxury, yet through the mobile clinic, thousands have received free consultation, medications, screening, and medical attentions that otherwise would have been beyond their reach. While the mobile clinic continues to provide regular healthcare support to communities, the Sergeant of the Irish program remains one of the foundation's most life-changing interventions. In Liberia, the average cost of surgery ranges between $400 to $1,000 and on far beyond the reach of many struggling families. As a result, countless people live for years with painful medical conditions because they simply cannot afford treatment. Recognizing this urgent needs, the Foundation undertook 4 major surgical outreach programs, successfully restoring hope and health to more than 400 individuals who underwent life-saving surgeries. These sources would have not been possible without the commitment of the doctors. The Speed School program and innovations of the Nyonblee Foundations. The third song I hear is First the Money, also the So flash the voice is I entered the school in 2018 and I graduated in 2019. I was promoted to the 4th grade. After that, I entered reading in the National School of Excellence in an elementary class. Also, the celebrated learning approach developed by Luminous Phone, a child enrolled in Speed School with 0 illiteracy can within just 10 months learn to read, write, perform basic arithmetic and compose short paragraph at the competency level of the 4th grade students. The program has graduated more than 300 students and now awaiting its first high school graduate in 2027. Among those success stories is Nyonblee, who earned double promotion and is now aspiring to enter the 12th grade in the coming academic year. Yet the challenges does not end after graduation. Poverty continues to threaten the dreams of many children, even after they complete Speed School. To ensure students remain in school, the Foundation developed a sponsorship initiative that pairs its graduates with an individual sponsor.
Thank God for this Speed School and Nyonblee Foundation have brought to my children. My eye is hurting and Nyonblee Foundation have brought a school and my children went in the school and opportunity came for them. They were able to get a sponsor for America. At least let God be with the sponsor. I sponsored my 2 children for them to go far out in school because I don't have no help.
The Foundation's commitment to education also extends into innovations and technology.
And we found, and I'm happy to start this year vacation I'm happy to be here today, and thank you for working on guys. This is my first time here of spending. I'm happy to be here. Thanks to the Newomcii Foundation. And we are here for 1 month and I'm so happy to be here. Thanks. Hi, I'm Leona Surprise Taylor. And for the extra Saviors Academy, I just got promoted to the 10th grade. And being here is a whole lot of experience for me. And citation for the 5.
Thank you. They have lastly say that this foundation is governed by the board of directors. And we are fortunate to have 2 boards because we have 2 licenses. The Nyonblee Foundation in the USA has a charter all by itself, and the Nyonblee Foundation in Liberia also has its own license and runs its own board. Even though there's extreme coordination because the board in the US is more supportive, raises funds for the work here, and the board on the ground, that is my immediate supervisor, is into implementation. A lot to say because there are a lot more done, even than the video we talk about. There's a guy broken up from farming. Years, he could not get help. He could not walk. The foundation, through the founder, helped. Today, his dignity is restored. He walks again. He's healed and running. A lot more to talk about in these 15 years. But because this program is brief, we need to go to the core. We would like to stop here. Thanks. That was
Thank you so much, George. When you tell a picture tells 1,000 stories, or video humanizes your story and brings real impact closer to you. I think we've seen the real impact of the Nyonblee Foundation. So we now have a goodwill message from someone who is on legal luminary, molded at the prestigious Louis Atterbury School of Law, University of Nigeria. A communication and media scholar from the respected Seton Hall University in the United States of America, commercial litigation specialist, strategic planner, a researcher for excellence, a governance and leadership practitioner. Your number, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is Council to be taken.
Good afternoon, everybody. I will stand on all existing protocols. I will beg your indulgence, honorables, so please give me a few minutes. So everybody too serious. You let me relax a little bit. This is a charity foundation. And, 1 second. I would be remiss if I didn't say a few words about the Honorable Pro Tem. Please excuse me if I make a mistake and say Nyonblee. I'm used to calling her that by her capacity. Maybe she's my little sister, but I give her that respect. It all started 7 years ago He is my son, even though he has a gray beard. He is my son. And he loved Liberia. He came here many times. But he asked me one time in Abuja, he said, Mom, I want to partner with somebody because I like to take care of women and children issues. I want to meet somebody. So I said, look, I have somebody for you. But right now, she's very busy. We will find time, the right time, and you will meet her. As I say, God's time is the best, and this is the time. He invited her to Abuja for the opening of his NGO. But she had to come to the call of the president. I think you people had a special reopening, yes. So she couldn't make it. But she did send an able representative. And he went, saw, and came back. Young Senator Lawrence and I share a lot in common that a lot of people do not know. Liberia is a small country, we are all interwoven. I come from Nimba County. My mother grew up in Nimba County. I'm a toy from Nimba County. And her mother is my uncle's daughter, being dad. As Africans, my uncle's white mom, Mary Zono, is Nyonblee's mother's aunt, who was like a mother to her, who nurtured her. Mommy was a nurse too, and so is Nyonblee's mom. Someone asked me why Nyonblee Cares Foundation. I asked them, do you know Nyonblee? Have you encountered her? Do you know what she does? I do. Sometimes when I see her dressed like this, I'm amazed because Nyonblee is a tomboy. I bet when she's sitting there, she's uncomfortable in those high shoes. We've done a lot of things together, and when you introduce somebody, you must know that person well to tell somebody, I have someone for you to meet, to work with. Nyonblee is also one of the best DJs you can find. She's quick to put a party together. I went somewhere. You gotta give me small time because I'm so excited myself. When they brought Savannah to Liberia for the first time, I was invited to an anniversary of our friends. And so Savannah was so nice. I was just drinking it. Didn't know the potency of alcohol in it. So after the program, I said, oh, this same gathering here, I want you to my house on Saturday. This same group right here, you people are coming to my house on Saturday. Not knowing Savannah was working. So Wednesday, the following week, actually it was Thursday, someone called me and said, "Two people come to you on Saturday." I said, "For what?" And they said, "But didn't you remember you invited us to come to your house this weekend?" I called Nyonblee. She had a boom box. So she's my neighbor. She came, organized that thing, and it was together. As you see, the rest is history. But that's the kind of person Nyonblee is. I am delighted to have played a role in linking these two remarkable institutions whose founders I have known and related to for many years. I proudly refer to them as one my son, one my little sister, my cousin, my friend. Their outstanding work in their respective nations has continually made me proud. Here at home, Nyonblee Cares Foundation has dedicated 15 years of service to vulnerable individuals and communities across Liberia. Its founder, Nyonblee Kaka Lawrence, embraced the mission of humanitarian service long before entering public office. I can attest to that. She has consistently demonstrated compassion, leadership, and commitment to humanity. On the other hand, my son Bolaji, even though he's an Alahaji, but I call him Bolaji because I'm his mom, is a Nigerian businessman, to be exact, oil and gas expert, who devotes part of his earnings to supporting women and communities in Nigeria through meaningful charitable initiatives. My role has simply been to connect these two genuine non-profit institutions so they can collaborate in improving lives and expanding their impact. This partnership is purely driven by the desire to serve our communities better and to create greater opportunities for those in need. Honorables, your presence here, I know you people are very busy, shows the kind of person Nyonblee is. People have worked with her, I know how she is, and I will confess I've been in a room where the food is kept, and I've eaten some of your food without even people doing it. I will confess to you. I just want to thank you very much. And we thank God, so yes, and we thank God for this amalgamation of good people. Thank you all. I'm honored and I'm humbled to be here. Thank you so much.
Thanks ever so much, Councillor Taylor. As we move on with the program, we also like to recognize the presence of Senator Daba Fabula of Grand Cape County, as well as Representative Priscilla Kopo of Nyonblee. When we've heard a lot, I'm just trying to pretend that I know a bit more. Yes. But some 50 years ago, she served on the laborious but impactful journey of helping to rewrite the stories of many people, many young people, children, women, many of whom were actually on the margins of the society. That task led to the formation of what is today known nationally as the Nyonblee Cares Foundation, a foundation whose name rings bell across the country. From STEM robotics to speed school to mobile clinic, village sailing and loan, more than 100 communities have been impacted and are telling testimonies of the impact of organization. Our tax is all across this country. Let me now pause to call stage a lady who the people of Lofa County refer to as Kubo, and the people of Grand Bassa County who like to call Bosete. Madam Nyonblee Lawrence. And the paper name is Kaolami. The one who says,
you.
Chief Raji and his wife and team, my distinguished colleagues, senators who have come to grace this signing ceremony. I'm very, very grateful, representatives, officials of government, and Esther Griffiths, and political parties, institutions, political parties, and other organizations, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. This is a joyous moment for the Nyonblee Foundation. I know when you hear Nyonblee, you think politics and leadership. The foundation is the charity that we started before we even became senator since 2011. I've been kicked out of that foundation because we wanted it to be purely charity and not connected to politics. So we have a board in Liberia, we have an international board in the USA, and George, who is the director, and his team are doing very, very well. But besides our presence in Liberia and the United States, we were always looking for a connection in Africa, searching for a partnership. And then a few months ago, my sister Tupi sent us an invitation to go to Nigeria for an award and to meet with Al-Haji and his team at his opening ceremony. I was very happy when we had our breakfast meeting this morning. And it was not just based on a recommendation, but he said to me, especially when we started to talk about the different programs that he and his team have researched the Nyonblee Foundation, and to see the kind of work that we do. We have a very huge platform that is not publicized the way it should. But the impact is great. It's in every community, it's in different places in Liberia. Some of the things that George didn't show in the documentary that I would like to highlight a little bit is the robotic STEM program that we have. I see Senator Connor was celebrating because he was a part of that vacation school. But in 2016, when we introduced robotic STEM into an elementary school and asked for sponsorship all across the country because the program was the theory in the school, and then the practical, the children will build robots and they will program it on the computer and commission it to compete, and they will have the robotic competition. But we explain that to many people, businesses, organizations. They said to me that they did not think that Liberian students would be able to do it. 6 months later, we got an invitation to go to Kentucky for the robotic STEM competition. We took 8 students and a teacher at that time. They were more excited about the plane ride and seeing America, and children who couldn't even have a conversation. We had exposed them, built their self-esteem, and all of that. So they did well by representing Africa. The second time they went, they came 64 out of over 3,000 teams. We talk about 36 nations: Great Britain, China, Japan, the USA, and we were the only African team. In 2019, those kids won the STEM Inspired Award. 3 of them was given an opportunity in the States. Some of them out of college. One is a U.S. Marine, one is doing track and field, and two of our students 2 years ago was sent to Ghana when they passed a process to Harvard Technical School, and they went for a 1-year internship to build robots that will go under the ocean to find oil. They came back, and all of them are on our scholarships. They are still on my read. Senator Conner has promised to work with some of them. And our program, we want to push it and start to go back to the robotic competition that was stopped because of COVID. And I think they have resumed, but it was a great representation for Liberia. And it encouraged most of the students that we have in our program to grow interest in technology, science, engineering, and they're doing exactly that. I want to say thank you to our guests and the New Dawn for Women and Community Initiatives for choosing Nyonblee Foundation, to be Taylor for the recommendation, and for all of you who have come to grace this occasion. This is beyond politics, it's charity, and what we do, I know all of you, especially lawmakers, do similar things in your different communities and different counties. And that's the kind of work we do and support. But we're happy that the partnership will expose us more. We'll share experience, we'll do fundraiser together, and we'll have a bigger international platform that will not just help the Nyonblee Foundation, but will help Liberia. So thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it, and thank you, Alhaji, for So before I sit down, we will have some gifts that we will present to our guests. I know they are into agriculture and Nigerian products. I will ask Senator Taba, Senator Boto, Priscilla Copper to come out to help.
See? I know.
And we need legislators.
Discrimination now. Let me protest.
We are not surprised. When we knew it was coming.
So what are we there? We the he for Sheena.
First, we have to put the sash on that represents with the transition, we come to Liberia for such an occasion. I have to come. This is a pin from the office of the President with Temperatures, a token of asking the government to put this on. So this is souvenir. behalf of the office of the protein and by extension, the entire Senate, I'm pleased to bring you with this pin as a souvenir that will continue to remind you of Liberia and the House of Senate as you work with Thank you. Also, we'll talk about agriculture. I just want to present some products made in Liberia, country rice. And we have here representation of Liberian business, a young lady who has come up with Liberian seasoning, and we want you to have a bag of the seasoning. So you take to Nigeria and what you're producing. And the rice. Thank you. Whereas Representative Priscilla Cooper to please write you and sign a photo comment will present our gift. Thank you. Honorable Senator, in front of the Nyonblee Foundation, it's a distinct honor to present this ash to you in partnership with the Nyonblee Foundation. And thank you so much for your support, because the care she gives never stops. And with your help and support as well, it will continue. Thank you. Senator Boto Kane will please present the gift for the souvenir. Madam Rashid, on behalf of the Nyonblee Foundation, as partner, I want to present this gift to you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Blessed Holy Spirit. And we also have to present to our special guest, Apama. And then a bag of Liberian products. Thank you. We'll call Madam Esther to please present our best gift. Okay, yes. Okay. So, Princess. No problem. Don't worry. On behalf of the Nyonblee Cares Foundation, I want to the women here can really benefit from the different programs that you carry on. A bag of great buddies. Madam Taylor, we call on our board member, Amon Harris, to start. On behalf of the Nyonblee Foundation, of which I'm proud to be a board member, I would like to say thank you for all you've done for our country, for the foundation, for the women of Nigeria. God bless you. Thank you, you may have this.
Where's your dress? Stand up.
Thank you so much. So, we continue with the program. We're just making a show of Nigerian hospitality. Thank you all so much. And taking with you not just the gun, but some Nigerian goodies. As you enter your kitchen to prepare Nigerian cuisine, there will be a mixture of Nigerian. A reminder of the taste of Nigeria. We now would like to recognize someone who is a business tycoon and analyst of extraterrestrial proportion, a people-centric character. Last month, at the celebration of his 60th birth anniversary in Nigeria, he was fondly referred to as a man who gives without asking and leads with sincerity, an honest and sincere character he is. He is an unrepentant believer in the doctrine that rural women's empowerment hosts full security and self-reliance. He's a fellow of the Institute of Negotiators, Community and Social Development. As they say in Nigeria, he's a jolly fellow. I am pleased, senators, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to call our guest of honor, Alhaji Nyonblee Raji.
Good evening, everybody. Wow, Liberian men. I love you. Please, I want to pray the indulgence of our mothers here to rise up with me. I want us to give Liberian men 3 boosters. Please, I pray your indulgence. Please, I have my reason where we are coming from. Yes, please rise up with me and give Nigerian men booster. 3 booster, booster, booster. Thank you. Yes. The first time it happened in Liberia, the first female president, it looks like, maybe because of the circumstance. Then it has happened again now. A woman leading club of men in Africa. I think Nigerian men still have a lot to learn. I'm not really a politician, but I have a number of them as friends. I think I'm start inviting them to come to Liberia, to come and learn some lessons. And if I have your permissions too, I would equally like to invite we call this position in Nigeria Senate President, to invite her to come and encourage and inspire our women. I would like to call Liberian men. They call senators, distinguished in Nigeria. These are men, noble men of honor. You will not understand what I'm saying. It's an experience for me. Nigerians still need to learn from this. And how she's able to do it, our Nigerian women need to learn from her. I stand on the existing protocol. Yeah. About 7 years ago, I call her mother, that's Barrister Mrs. Tupi Taylor, and a couple of my friends. She's been a wonderful woman in Nigeria. Her humility, her passion to see people connect with each other. Ever since the time we met, either she introduced me to this person or I introduced her to this person. She's been wonderful. So, 7 years ago, she saw the way I do things and all that. It's like, I have a sister in Liberia too that do the same thing you are doing. One day you guys will meet. I've not thought of the name for the foundation name, but it's part of me. It gives me joy when I know somebody is smiling because of my efforts. It gives me joy. That's the only thing that drives me. And I believe God is not sleeping. He has been faithful and given me that resources to be able to do that. Yeah, they've done women and community development initiative intervention. It's 1 year this month. Anybody, just because we just did our launching, we are talking of the anniversary. So based on when we plan to do this launch, I now called, I said, Mommy, what of that lady? You keep telling me, I don't even have position. She only told me that it's a special sister that does what you do. I'm going to introduce you to her. So when we're going to do our official launch, I said, Mommy, what of that woman? He said, oh, she's the Senate Pro Tem. I said, oh, and she still have time to do all that. He said, yeah. So we wrote an invitation for her to come. Even though she was not around, she was adequately represented by the DG, Mr. George Stewart. And he witnessed what we did. A lot of people don't believe that we are just one year. With the kind of network we're able to do, and the achievements and the testimonies of a lot of people. Like I said, New Job for Women and Community Development Initiative and Intervention Initiative is both spiritual for me. I really believe in my religion, even though I'm very conversant with other religions, especially Christianity. I went to Catholic school, and from Genesis to Revelation, I know it very well by heart. But even at that, I still understand my religion. One of these days, during Ramadan, I was reciting Quran. I recite Quran a lot. And for the first time, I got to a verse where God talks about women. God says, women are like field. Seed them and they will multiply. I've always been reciting this. It never struck me like that period. It struck me. God is actually talking about women and community development. That whatever you give a woman at the right time, at the right place, she will multiply it. For a community to develop, you need to empower women. Women empowerment is very, very significant, especially in this kind of a continent where social welfare is not instituted in our democracy. So women plays a lot of role. I was telling the Senate Pro Tem Senator this morning that men, God has created us with our ego. If things are bad, men, except you have not gotten to a stage in life where you cannot discern below that. Man is ready to walk away or to die than doing certain things. But I've witnessed where women, women, life has been so good and things became so bad. It's only a woman that would see, even if it requires to sweep a housemaid room to feed her family, a woman would do that. That's the way they function. But men don't function that way. God created us differently. And that is why God says we are the end. Yes, not that a woman is a tail. We are complementary to each other. But the function of men is, you can't take it away from us. Men generally all over the world. There are certain level, complete level in life we will not descend to. So, who takes care of that gap? is a woman. So empowering a woman is not a privilege, it's a necessity. For any community to develop, our women must be adequately developed, empowered. And that is why it gives me joy that this is the second time Nigeria is beating Nigeria. Nigeria may have beaten us to it. It's really a challenge for us in Nigeria. And standing here without glad tidings in my heart that when Nigerian men may rise up to the occasion that my daughter Amma can ascend to any position she desires. So, our Deputy National Coordinator said so much about what Nyonblee stands for. Our two thematic areas are agribusiness with value chains. We normally go into different communities where we normally identify women of that communities, what they love to do together. We've been to a community that the women there are major rice planters. They plant rice. Discussing with them what are the things that we need to do to assist you in increasing your production. Some say they need rice pressures. We got it for them and we assembled them in clusters of 25. For every agri tools they require, they are always in clusters of 25. It's easier to manage it than giving to just one person. So each cluster of 25 with another cluster of 25 in that community, they can form cooperatives among themselves. Within 6 months of getting them this agri tools, you will never know that it's the same community that we empower 6 months ago. Then another thematic area is art and crafts. This is a gift of God for Africa. When it comes to art and crafts, no continent can beat us to it. But it's just that we need to add little science to this. There is a community we went to. There's a guy there who happens to do this weaving, this local weaving, and they're still using sticks, old archaic method. We look at it and we got somebody, a good handcrafts person, to design exactly that same whatever with solid iron rods. And in no time, in less than 3 months, his production, he even apprentice, got a lot of apprentices. Even we send apprentices to him. And not only that, there is production in presence. We equally open market by introducing the market to UNESCO. That community has really transformed. All of them came for testimony. When we launched our launching in April. So then coming to this partnership, we have a lot to learn from each other. Like the erudite MC said, that in the Bible, Ecclesiastes, I can't remember the verse or the chapter, that 2 heads are better than one. I think Madana's solution for our emergency, whatever in Nigeria, they runs into millions. This speed school program is fantastic. It's the first I'm hearing. It's fantastic. In 10 months, somebody who has no knowledge of APC can be upgraded in such a way within 10 months and go to third grade or fourth grade. Fourth grade. This is they say it's not rocket science, but science sometimes could be, if it's not rocket, then I don't know what it is. So another thing is this mobile health services. Yeah, we did a lot of health interventions too, but we learned something different today. So this partnership, I believe we foster a lot of good tidings between the two countries, believing that this will go around the west coast of Africa. Then, another thing, this is not my first time of coming to Nigeria. About 6-7 years ago, we're supposed to manage a seaport here with my partners to kind of end the seaports. I spent 3 months here with my partners. I brought some Greek partners. I think I recognize Senator Distinguished. One Alhaji Momo introduce you. I don't know if you remember him. No, yes. I recognize the face. I mean, I recognize your face. Almost 7 years ago. I can't remember the full names. It's Alhaji. He was close to the former leader. So we spent a lot of time. We were interested to really invest. And I see a lot of opportunities in Liberia. Great opportunities. Immense opportunities. But I believe this is the right time. It's a stepping stone. Let's see how far this will go. And I know that we are going far already. So I've been enjoying the hospitality since yesterday. I know the Liberian people are good natured people. At least the few months I spent here, I really enjoyed myself. And since yesterday, my wife took an attest to that, the hospitality here. So, apart from charity, we are looking forward to investment collaborations too. That Africa needs to come together, especially West Coast. We have a lot in common. We have a lot to share. We can develop together. I was equally telling that today concerning transport, aviation, and shipping, that no single country in Africa can do it alone. This is a privilege of the developed world. They will never allow just one country. But if we can come together, that aviation, why can't Liberia and Ghana team up together, form ECOWAS here or ECO or something? It will be difficult to run it down. But for one country in the developed world, with the developed world, it's almost impossible. I'm talking from experience of as a mariner, as a shipowner. You find it difficult that indigenous shipowners, the own ship but still begging to pay school fees. How come? But go to Greece, go to Russia, go to the developed world. The shipowners, the president of that country must sit down with them to draft the economy agenda of every year. You cannot do without transportation. Transportation and development comes hand in hand. So on this note, I would like to thank everybody for listening to me. And I believe we still have more and more of these sittings in the future. Thank you. President Roper, please. even though we don't know that we are going to get any gift, but we are always prepared. That we have an adage in Nigeria that you don't go to people's house empty-handed. So I would like to present this our humble gift to our dear President of Senate. And we are used to that. This is the uniform of our foundation, Newomcii Foundation. So we'd like to present it to her. We have 2 times. So we are presenting this. This is the best of it. Thank you. Equally, this is our humble movement. We are learning from you. Look at it and see how we can improve on it. But this is handwork of one of the persons that we helped for the look. He's doing a lot of it. This is a gift from him. So we are presenting it to our dear Lord. Then the agri products, where is it? Okay, this is equally one of the bag made by one of our Newomcii products. So we are presenting it to her too. This is made in Nigeria. So equally, it's a souvenir, right? By Nyonblee. So we are equally presenting this to her. Is there anyone? Okay. Even though the year is running, each page has our interventions on preventing the various communities. Okay, this is another portrait. You will not believe that these portrait people, they sell more than 5,000 local commodities. What do they need to increase their productivity? This local people as over. Just that's the basic things they are investing. So we are presenting it to her too. Okay, this is the guy that did this muffler. Yes. So thank you. We cannot finish. You know, distinguished. They are very. They are. Okay. This is equally Newomcii. I think there's a portrait inside. Okay. Because of time, there is Newomcii portrait. And that very day, we launched 2 books made in Nigeria. So I'll be recommending to all the secondary schools in Nigeria. And this is the second one. A Heart for Compassion. So we launched these 2 books that very day. So we'd like to present it. Okay, thank you. Okay. Now, our dear mother, Barrister Tope, I call her mom. And people in Nigeria say, with this your white queen, and you're still calling her mom. But I know why I call her, because she's a wonderful woman. Okay, now this is Nyonblee presented to you as a bona fide brother of Newomcii. And this is the brother. Okay, where's the back? So everything inside. Thank you. Mr. George, I hope we tell the story of Nigeria. It's not always bad news. We have a lot to offer too. So, Mr. George, we are presenting this to you because to display wealth of experience, and you saw Nigeria very well. So, good ambassador of Nigeria. Yes, because he really spoke well about Nigeria. I said, no, you came for lunch, not Nigeria. So, thank you. So, I'd like to thank everybody for, okay, this is for you too. Okay, thank you. So, I thank everybody.
So, DJ, as we are about to go into the main business today, the signing of the memorandum of understanding and the memorandum of agreement, MOA and MOU, we ask that you just play a soft jazz together as we prepare for the signing between the Nyonblee Cares Foundation and the New Dawn for Women and Community Intervention Initiative of Nigeria. When we get set for the signing ceremony, we'd like to recognize Senator of Lofa County, Senator Yohari recognized. We'd also like to acknowledge the support of our media partners from Africa Online, Radio Bush Rock Online, Spoon TV Online, and April TV Online also. At this time, while our DJ is getting set with the jazz, we ask our protocol people to bring the book for the signing of the memorandum of understanding and the memorandum of agreement between the Nyonblee Cares Foundation, represented by the Pro Tem, the Nyonblee Kanga Lawrence, and the New Dawn for Women and Community Intervention Initiative, represented by its founder and chairman, Alhaji Rewan Olaji Raji, for the signing ceremony. DJ, no jazz. Yeah, that's signing. So, thank you. We continue with the program. At this time, we call our representative from the Senate, as was unanimously suggested. Senator Daba Babila will speak on behalf of the group Senate.
Yes. Another chair.
All the men are clapping with reservation. Good evening to all. Let me stand on the existing protocols to say all protocols observed. Madam Pro Tem, our guests, because once you are guests to Nyonblee, you are the Senate guests. And our dear sister, Councilor Taylor, our other guests, Sari and Madeleine, distinguished colleagues, other government officials here. We want to say thank you first to Senator Lauren for this mission. I have followed Nyonblee on social media, but having really read the background as to when it started. I'm glad to hear that this vision was birthed even before you became a politician, which tells us that this is your passion to serve the people at all levels. Thank you for the work you do. I think the presentation here is an eye-opener for many of us who work with the communities, and all communities across Liberia have similar situations. Like you mentioned earlier, individually, we try to address them in a way a little bit different, but this is indeed an eye-opener to see how we can coordinate and ensure that we reach as far and wide as possible. So thank you for letting us know what you're doing behind the scene, outside of the Senate, and by extension, thank you to the foundation leadership, because with all their support and hard work, we wouldn't be here. And to our dear brethren from Nigeria, Liberia and Nigeria have come a long way. I know there have been a lot of intervention, especially and notably during our crisis. But beyond that, there is a lot of deep relationship between the two countries. So you're coming here today and engaging with our dear Pro Tem to work to support especially the women and children who are the most vulnerable in our society. It's a vital thing. You know the reason why we put forth the women, because when women achieve, the men also achieve fully 100%. And you know that. So once you engage a woman in a home, you have engaged the entire family. I don't want to say otherwise about the men, but thank you very much for this. I want to assure you that this opportunity, this engagement work along with Nyonblee Foundation will be used for the right purpose and will further enhance the engagement that the organization has been carrying on across Liberia. Thank you so much to our dear colleagues. Thank you for the opportunity and the support. You know, when a woman is leading and organize a program for women, it's good for women to be factor. So please understand the point from which the project comes from, but we appreciate your support. You see, one thing Alhaji mentioned, when he stood up here and asked us to applaud the men. And honestly, we did it with gratitude. Because in Africa, in Liberia, there are other countries that you wouldn't see women in leadership at the level that we have. And if you decide to fight us, it will be difficult for us to survive. It is your support that got us here on stage. Every last one of us here today in leadership in Liberia, we have families that have strong men that would have said no. But just those small support got us where we are. I will look forward to more. Let this be the end. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Women or women?
Women.
Don't sit there. So in the spirit of collaboration and also continuing to recognize women, we'll go to the House of Representatives and ask Representative Priscilla Cooper for a few words.
Thank you. Thank you. I would also like to stand on 60 purple. Say good evening to everybody. I want to thank the Ahaji Baji, founder and chairman, board of directors, Newtown for Women and Community Intervention, initiated Newomcii. Thank you so much for coming to partner. I want to say to you that you did not make a mistake. You did not make a mistake in choosing the Nyonblee Foundation. I'm one of those who had the opportunity from the beginning, from the very inception of this care. And I've seen firsthand how much she keeps fighting the innovation, the passion, the advocacy, and everything she's put in this foundation to put it to where it is today. From taking care of those homeless kids to older women, from personal initiative to education to healthcare, and the pictorial evidence and everything is there to see. I want to say thank you, Honorable Senator Tim. I know you firsthand, I know how much you give, I know the passion that we have. And because we are talking about women, it's no secret and it's not even a surprise. We go in there to be sure that whatever we put our hands to do, those things are done. Again, I say firsthand, you yourself not leaving it with workers. Put your hands there to carry things on your head to bring it to somebody who's in need. Not taking into consideration your title or anything, you give and you give your more. Thank you so much. Continue to give the care that you give. Continue to stand up to the needy. Continue to represent Nigeria. Continue to push forward for a better Nigeria. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
Thank you. Recognizing partners, the GNB Foundation, any representative, GNB Foundation, the Center for Rehabilitation and Reintegration, any representative, okay.
Today mark a significant milestone of this occasion of signing into this partnership. As the sisterly institution, the Center for Rehabilitation and Reintegration is associated with rehabilitating people who are on substances, drugs. The Nyonblee Foundation, having to be our sisterly institution, its executive director, Mr. Stewart, worked with us, and we know that whatever help that is going to come, as you mentioned, women empowerment, we will get our fair share. So we are grateful because President, we have 10 females in our care that we are taking care of, and we just want to
in this public manner, recognize our official bearer, Honorable Senator Abraham Dallas Long, who is in high spirit in supporting and following the vision of the institution. We look forward to becoming partaker of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So we all are making interventions, impacting the lives of women. Don't leave us beyond. That's a simple request. At this time, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, I am pleased to call someone who is no stranger to youth and women empowerment. A certified travel consultant, an entrepreneur, a Rotarian, and Anthony Lumelo Fellow. Without much ado, for our closing remarks, let's now welcome Tukus Aman Harris, co-chair of the board of the Nyonblee Foundation.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for. In the beginning, I was confused about who you were talking about. I can't so. You know, as Africans, we believe in the power of names, and a lot of times I tell people, I say, I think God knew what He was doing when He named our country Liberia. And he named our big brother country Nigeria. I hope the other West Africans can. But over time, we've seen repeatedly how Nigeria has stood there for us. So when you come to Liberia, sir, and you see all the welcome, it's based on the sacrifices of the country. How you've been there for us in our most difficult times. And for that, to say thank you. Thank you to you, your wife, and thank you to your team for this opportunity. I would like to send out all existing protocols and say thank you to our senators in the room. She is who she is because of the support that we gave her. Without that, she would not be able to accomplish all of the work that she has done. In Liberian men, yes, a lot of times, I personally, having lived in other West African countries, when people come and say Liberian, we got problem, I say, Why you say so? I can't say, oh, but The women on the other side will tell you how difficult it is. But we, all our senators in the room, I wouldn't be able to go through all of the names. So we say thank you. The fact that you're here shows the level of support that you give to us. This would not be possible without you, our representatives as well. I also like to thank our partner institutions, the staff of Nyonblee Foundation. This, all that she envisions, all that the board talks about, is you that's out there. It's you that's in the field. It's you that feels the pressure the most. It's you that's in contact with these vulnerable people. It's you that are impacting their lives. We say thank you for all of the hard work. To our honorable guest, Alhaji Ridwan Bolaji Raji, SM. To your team also, we say thank you. My Nigerian language teacher will be very proud. I did high school in Nigeria. But honestly, we say thank you. There's a saying that it takes a village to raise a child. We all come from villages. And a lot of times the problem we face in Africa while our capital cities are overpopulated is because some way, somehow, we forget to empower the very places that gave birth to us, the very spaces that we came from, and the communities that nurtured us. That's what Nyonblee Foundation tries to do. We try in our best way to ensure that people in vulnerable spaces are educated, that they receive access to the health care that should be the rights of just about every citizen. And as you rightly said, in the absence of social systems in most African countries, the least we can do when we ascend to these high levels in government and private sector is to look back and to give back. We know that there's a lot of learning that's going to take place. In fact, I look forward to this collaboration. And we say welcome, thank you, and God bless you, and God bless everyone. God bless Nigeria, and God bless Liberia. On behalf of Nyonblee Foundation, thanks to everyone who has helped to support us. And we ask that you please continue with us along this journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, we will have we started our closing prayer, silent prayer. Yes, and we recognize the managing director. Oh, yeah, the managing director of Water and Sewer. Well, you're welcome. We just stand and have a silent prayer. Following that, we'll have a group photo.
Okay, so many thanks for watching. This is Echo TV Live from Djibouti.